Hello. I am hearing shit already. Good Lord. Okay. So I don't know if this is from like the song they keep singing to me is talk to me, I talk back. Like the idea of like say that shit to me kind of thing, right? I did just come off of a conversation with somebody where it was like, girl, let me. And so I don't know if they're mocking me or they're laughing at my stance on what I took with a friend. And I'm like, is this a mess? And then I just was like I heard, I heard I'm a grown goddamn woman. I'm like, so I'm trying to come into this. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to do a reading. I don't know what spirit is laughing at me. I feel like spirit's laughing at me, and they're like, Miss Digging Bad over here. But it's kind of funny to try and start something out, and like I wasn't realizing that's what happened. But like because I come on here, I go, oh, I need like what anything that comes through is for here. So I actually paid attention to what was coming through. So yeah. Just letting people know I'm on. Like I wait to see when this thing announces it, right? No, I'm gonna do that. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what YouTube does. Anywho's, okay. So this is Weird and Woo Woo, where I get weird and we get woo woo, okay? Where I am weird. I don't get weird, I am weird. Okay. And everybody waves their weird flag high. All right. So if this is not your thing, by all means, thank you for stopping by. Have a fantastic, wonderful day. But we're gonna pull some cards, see if there's a message. Had a really good cleansing time outside for about a good 2 hours, which was absolutely necessary. Just a good reset, a good reset. But anyways, so other than what could have been just spirit mocking me, that I feel a little bit like that might have been what that was. I don't really come into this with anything other than feeling good, like the air was clean, and I was like, okie dokies. So that's always a good sign. If I'm not picking on some kind of energy, although I'm going really fast with my words, but there may be. I just heard quick communication. Okie dokie. So there might be quick communication about something. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else. At least, hey, if I start this and there's not like doldrum type of energy or anything that is bogging me down, fantastic. That's a good start in my opinion. So they're still doing it. Talk to me, I talk back. You know that song where it's like, say that shit to my face. Say it to me. You know, that kind of thing. Again, they might still be. I was a little hyphied up. I was all like hyphied up and stuff like that. So they may still be making fun of me. So poking fun, not making fun, poking fun. So okay, we're already starting like Madame and Dora's fortune telling cards. Okie dokies. Hope everybody's having an awesome Friday. Hope everybody gets out and does something good this weekend. One more. Sometimes it takes a minute to start. I don't know. Okay. Okay. We're gonna clear that. I heard I'm gonna ask Spirit to pull this in, to hone it in, because I heard 3 different things in 3 different voices. No, I don't hear voices like that. Like, it's almost as if it felt more like hearing somebody else's thoughts. Weird. Let your intentions be known. Okay. Emotions are at their peak. You know what? Stay put. Stay put. I don't have anywhere I can go. Like, the chair sits a certain place. Your luck will soon change. Let your intentions be known. Emotions are at their peak. Your luck will soon change. Like, I feel like this is upfront and honest. Let your intentions be known. Upfront and honest. Emotions are at their peak. Your luck will soon change. I don't feel emotions. I don't feel somebody feeling any level of extreme emotion with this. That's a weird thing. It feels very neutral, very baseline, calm, peaceful. And this is the center card. So emotions are at their peak, yet it feels very calm. Like, if I think of a peak, I think of something heightened. Like, if either experiencing it big or feeling it big, like, I don't understand. Emotions are at their peak. Let your intentions be known. Upfront and honest. This feels very contradictory. So is this future? Or obviously, but usually you would let me fill into the future, and your luck will soon change. Okie dokie. We're gonna pull some cards. As a thought, that's where we're going. Right from the get-go. Upfront and honest. I'm feeling through the energies. I'm listening, and I'm feeling through So let everybody know that I'm on, since YouTube is hiding things. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. Didn't come out all the way. I'm going to wait. We have the 4 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. Both of these are a solid foundation. This is accomplishment here. It's accomplishment. The 4 of Wands would talks about the 4 pillars, right? That create the structure in which you build your house on, the foundation. And so it's like hitting a certain level of success or hitting a certain level of, I heard the word acclaim. I don't know why that's coming through. 9 of Pentacles is independent. It could be like self-employment type of energy, financial stability, managing all aspects of life. 9 of Pentacles is closely related to the Queen of Pentacles for me. This is like personal goals and how one is operating within their life on a personal level, right? Like how they feel about it, and freedom. Like the 9 of Pentacles is always about freedom. But up here we've got completion and gain. That's the way this deck sees it. Completion and gain. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Some level of success, stability, or accomplishment is made. It's a milestone. You haven't hit like the end, or you haven't completed something, but you've hit a milestone in something. That's what, because like the 4 of Wands is like birthdays, and like it's milestones in your life. You're gonna hit a milestone, which closes something out. Like this milestone may be the closing of something, the completion of something. That leads to gain, some level of independence. And I feel like it puts you in the energy of the King of Pentacles, which literally gives you the leverage to make a lot of changes. I heard quick turnaround. Quick turnaround. This is the 180 kind of a change. It's I link. I don't know why I'm doing this a lot. I'm linking these to like some of the major arcana. Prince of Swords. This is like I link this to like the Wheel of Fortune in a way. Stark contrast. It allows you to make lots of changes, permanent changes, a lot of permanent changes. Some level of accomplishment, or an accomplishment gives you some sense of financial stability and independence, allows you to enter into the King of Pentacles type of energy and make some very permanent changes, some stark changes. Tell me about the King of Pentacles energy. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. I don't do reversals, but like as soon as it came out, I was like, because I saw it and I got the energy of like it meant like they want this to come out like this. This particular card is the card of sorrow, but it's in reverse. Three of Swords. It literally says sorrow up here. Like, this takes you out of, it puts you squarely back on your throne. Out of pain and sadness and heartache. That's why they're describing it like you get into the King of Pentacles, you have the capacity, the ability, and the will to make stark contrast changes, permanent changes. That's why you're coming out of the sorrow. What is this accomplishment or this milestone, we'll call it? Clarify, please. I feel like you go from being willing to cut someone's head off. We got the King of Swords with the Seven of Wands. This is like self-protection. This is knowing your worth. This is establishing your boundaries and standing your ground, right? And that's what the King of Swords does. He's kind of like very, they're giving me like dictatorship type of energy though. It's like my way or the highway. It's very immovable, aggressive. You're listing like there were some very, at some point, I would say negatively aspected ways of operating. But I feel like this is self-protection. Like having your sword at the ready and making decisions strictly to protect yourself. Possibly aspect of this could be exceptionally good though. If you're the King of Swords and you now have a level of discernment, like that might be your milestone, is the level of confidence for the decisions that the King of Swords makes, because he does so having already been the Queen of Swords, right? We move through the suits, okay? So the Queen of Swords is the eagle eye view, seeing things and understanding it from a greater perspective and taking a look at the whole to have a really good understanding as to why and how and when you should move the way that you move and make your decisions. So the King of Swords is the person who's willing to execute those decisions. There's no him and hawing about this. My self-worth, my boundaries, they fucking come first. I uphold those things. I'm willing to make those decisions according to that. That's very positively aspected. The first two that came out when I said, hey, what is this accomplishment? What is the milestone? We have the Two of Cups with the Tower. Now, I don't know if this is something where something went so awry in love that you were like, and when it did, immediately you were like, this is a no-go for me. You didn't stick around to see how it would go. You didn't wait it out to see if you were really right. Maybe I'm overreacting. Okay, well, what is a compromise? And well, okay, they're doing this. So, well, I did that. You're not gaslighting yourself. You're not, you know what I mean? And so maybe that's the milestone, is that you, hey, woman, are approaching this in a very positive way. You have the level of discernment that's so on point, and you're willing to execute that. Let's find out. Is this past energy right here, the Two of Cups with the Tower, or are we talking like this? That's the the God, it feels like your level of discernment and self-worth when connections or relationships, any type, romantic or otherwise, go awry, when something happens, like this is the leaving of codependency. This is the honoring of the self, knowing your worth. That's what this is. This is the when shit goes awry within in any type of connection. Guess what the fuck you do? You choose you every time. You are not the rug anymore. Because when I'm trying to understand this, they're like, yeah, the milestone was this change of perspective, which we understood. We've talked about that before. So what is this? So you are truly independent then. If you've been able to conquer this whole codependent nature and patterns and habits that you've had, even when you're like, I don't want to be like that. And like, they're just so innate and ingrained in you, and you don't even realize that you're perpetuating them in all types of scenarios, all types of connections. You're like, wow. And remember I told you, like, the way that we do this is when we're healing and we start to embody is, okay, and it's really uncomfortable at first when we start doing this, because we can know, we can acknowledge, we can heal through, but then we got to walk the talk, right? And so I've learned how to not be codependent on or within my career field. That my happiness, my joy, my sense of self-worth, my confidence is not dependent on that. And that I don't allow those things to validate me, and that I don't seek my sense of purpose and desire and will to live through that. You know what I mean? Like I don't use it as my source of energy for life. I've got my own well, right? So then I master that through career. Then comes, okay, now I have to do this with friends. And then I learned with friends, and then I learned to do it with family. And it's like, the more I do it, the easier it becomes. Until you get to the point where it's the stuff that's kind of very like it's a very subdued way of like, oh, is that really? Oh, like the idea and notion of me wanting to do X, Y, and Z isn't codependent in nature, but it leads me down the path of ghosting, like gaslighting myself, all that kind of stuff, until I end up perpetuating some behavioral pattern that's codependent, right? And or this overgiver syndrome, the need to, the fear of rejection dictates your whole life, and you got to figure that out with friends, with family, with society, with your career, with all of that kind of stuff. And so this is like this is why this is a milestone for you. You've hit this. Like, your world doesn't crumble down just because some relationship does. Just because a particular person exits your life. It is seen as a part of the process. That you don't forsake the self in order to maintain and keep something in your life. So what does that do for Nine of Pentacles? Like, there's an honorable sense of, but I'm getting that there is a level of, this feels very tangible. The Wands is, give me more on the Four of Wands, please, because it does make sense though. Like, you have truly worked through, mastered something. You've completed, that's the milestone, something in regards to your self-worth, your boundaries, your yeses, your nos, standing in your truth, confidence, all of that. That's exactly what that is. But tell me something else. Like, I feel something more tangible. That was a lot. Did you see how long it took? Some people are not going to be happy with this milestone, this accomplishment, this completion of yours. Because I get the sense that it's almost like you win because you choose you, and some people are so used to there being a battle, or so used to the they're used to the winning, and this time you win. This time you win. Like, I feel like you're saying, I'm not even going to fight you on this. I'm just standing my ground. That one almost came out, but I was talking and I subconsciously put it back, so I'm going to assume that was... We have the Ace of Swords with Eight of Swords. I really feel like your truth prevails in situations, your understanding and clarity of something, and then you're no longer allowing, I just get manipulation, gaslight tactics, things like that. The concern and worry about the retaliation from other people for standing in your truth, the concern and worry that, like, I feel like you set up your life so there wouldn't be tower moments with people. And now you're like, bring that shit on, bitch. I don't give a shit. Me, myself, and I. Like, I love me. I will not compromise me for you anymore. Because before, this is how you used to do. You would and so you'd stop yourself from being you. You would constantly, like, self-imposed entrapment. You would constantly pull back. Like, people wouldn't even have to do anything. Okay, so here's the thing. I get it now. I get it. This is what you're meant to do. Let your intentions be known. Quit fucking holding back. Say shit. Establish your boundaries. Be decisive. Be the King of Swords, where he's like, you know why you want something, you believe in it, and you just execute it. Remember I said there's no him and hawing. And it may cause relationships to come out of your life. And so be it. Let your intentions be known. Speak your truth. Establish your boundaries. Articulate your wants and desires. Communicate your yeses and your nos. Let your intentions be known. Stop hiding. Stop trying to prevent some type of tower moment. Because you're meant to establish this and exert this level of independence and become the King of Pentacles, who executes and creates permanent changes in their life, which then brings about a reversal of sorrow. And yes, that may cause emotions to kind of hit their peak. I want to say it is going to either one of two things. This tower moment here is either you can bring the tower down or spirit can't. It's up to you. But the tower is coming down one way or the other. Okay? So you can speak your truth now and let the emotions being at their peak be somebody else. Let them. Or spirit can push it until you, like a boiling pot of water, overflow and your emotions hit a peak. I prefer, personally, to execute things on my own and to leave on my own terms versus needing to have some catastrophic event happen or have hurtful things said or done in order for me to be like, oh, I can finally choose myself. Like, and it's like, look, your luck will soon change. Things will change in your favor. Yeah. People wanted to battle you. People have wanted to battle you, and you come out the victor. You will come out the victor. Got it. Anything else, Spirit? That is so funny. That's where maybe it was a little bit of me because it kind of came out earlier. The song in the beginning was "Talk to me, I talk back." Like somebody's like, say that shit to my face. Like, well, I'll go toe to toe with you. You ain't gonna get away with that with me. Like when there's the one person that, but I was a little hyphy earlier today talking to my friend, and so I was like, "Are you doing that for me?" But it kind of sounds like that maybe it was for both. Like Spirit's like, "Well, while you're already in this mood, why don't we just go ahead and go down that rabbit hole?" I'm like, "Oh," but there's a milestone. Like that shit, you're putting a fucking end to that. You're putting an end to that, and by doing so, you gain freedom, stability, independence. Like, yes. Some beautiful coffee. Okay. I feel like this is a pep talk. I feel like this is a pep talk. And if this is on Friday and I'm like, "Ooh, it's going to be a great weekend," I feel like maybe some things might be brewing for the weekend. You either may have the opportunity to start this now this weekend, or it's like things will hit one way or the other. Emotions will go their peak. It's funny though, because when I say this, I was like, but you feel calm and neutral. So I get the indication that somebody's going to be like they're choosing them. King of Swords, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, self-worth, self-respect, confidence, boundaries. You're choosing you and your standards and standing by that, like standing up for your beliefs and what you think is right. With the King of Swords, and the King of Swords knows exactly why he believes something, has a point, makes his point. But he decides, like he's like, I've got enough information, I know. So this is like decisively choosing you, no qualms about it. And I feel as if you're the one that's at peace and somebody else's emotions are going to be at a peak. But that's okay. Let them unfurl right the fuck in front of you. That's the best way with any narcissist, I'm gonna tell you. You stay neutral, they will lose their shit. You stay firm, they will lose their shit. You don't buy into their tactics, they will lose their shit. And then everybody will see. Okie dokie, got it. I was like, no, yeah. We're gonna do Strength, Knight of Wands. This is without hesitation. This is maybe sometimes with a firecracker energy. This is no regrets. I'll take the fucking risk. The Knight of Wands is like, bet. And the strength card is the bravery to do so. Now, it may require, there's also the strength to not get too hot-headed, right? Like to hold back when necessary, but let's see what their recommendation is in this process as you are choosing you and establishing your boundaries. Because like I said, it feels a little bit like, because that's what, I mean, seriously, these are connections with the Tower. Come on, shit's about to happen, and you become the victor. Five of Swords. Alrighty. And I said, and when you finally feel powerful and back on your throne, you're not going to be sorry. You're not going to be the one that's sad. You don't know how good it's going to feel to choose you. How easy it's going to be once you make that decision. Maybe this is saying you are going to end up making that decision. There's going to be a change in your network. We got the Three of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. There's change happening within because this is all about those you connect with, your social network, your support systems, networking, everything else like that. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, which, and this card is called the Change. There's change happening. Fucking told you, Knight. I told you. You're cutting some people. You're making some changes within your circle. Down here, I said the Nine of Swords was irrevocable change, a 180, like the kind of change is permanent. You're cutting ties with something. You're making a permanent change to your social network or to in your relations. You have to have tough skin for this. This is the Nine of Wands, which is putting your guard up. In this one, it's power. It's about having the power to push through, the power to remain vigilant to what you believe is right. Let's see what else I want to say. To stay strong. I feel like this is it's time to put some walls up with people. I just feel like enough is enough. We have with the Nine of Wands, the Torment card. Again, the Five of Swords over here. I mean, what exactly did these two motherfuckers think that this person was going to do? That they were going to be engaged in a continuous, long, intellectual battle? At some point, people are going to be like, this ends now. You're going to have thick skin, put your shield or your guard up with all this bullshit. It's time to power through it. And gain that independence and joy back. We have the Page of Cups. It's like a return to innocence. It's a return to optimism. With the Nine of Pentacles. Being happy within oneself. Somebody has people around them that literally are a killjoy, make life unenjoyable, or they're having to constantly compromise their boundaries, self-worth, because they're around them. It's time to nurture yourself. It's time. I feel like it takes you out of the Queen of Cups energy. The Queen of Cups is exceptionally nurturing, but very psychic, very intuitive, very in tune with oneself, heart-driven. Like it just shuts you down. Talk about your luck will soon. By doing this, you are inviting stability and progress into your life. We've got the Four of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. Shit is going to start happening and building and getting better. You are going to have an exceptionally stable life. We had Four of Wands over here as well. This is a massive milestone that you've worked towards. You don't like your luck will soon change. You've got to get rid of these people and you've got to cut them out. You have to let your intentions be known, and you have to honor what is right for you, and you need to start doing it. That actually is going to be a part of you ushering in this. I think that you have feared that at some point. Hence why you curtailed how you did everything. The concern and worry for others. This is like walking on eggshells type of energy. Appeasing everybody, fear of rejection, over pleaser, like people pleaser type of energy. And that's done. That's done. Your luck will soon change. That's how. Like, this is literally a choice for you to usher in this balance. We've got the Lovers with the Temperance card, I believe. Or is that the Strength card? Like, it is completely your choice. A choice of love, though. Can we just say that? A love of self. Like, we can't make people treat us with respect or love us the way that we think that we deserve to be loved. When you set boundaries are about you enforcing them, not something that somebody else has to do or change. It is, if this is not something that somebody's willing to do, you remove yourself from that fucking situation. You ensure that your wants and desires, your yeses and nos are honored. The only person responsible for that is you. Is you. And so it's time, you're going to have to choose to usher in this peace, this change, this alchemy, this adjustment in your life. Okay? And it's going to require you to take the action, 2 of Wands. I keep towards this new beginning, this new life, Page of Pentacles, brand new, stepping out on the path. You may feel ill-prepared. You may feel not ready because it may be something you haven't done before. But, maybe these are connections. I've known them for so long, or I've operated this way for so long. It's time for you to take action towards the life that you want according to your truth. Ace of Swords. I know it doesn't look so. It's Ace of Air here. They use the elements. It's going to bring you a lot of peace. Ace of Swords is also a new clear path forward. Clear from all this. So this is the encouragement. This is calling it out, saying, yes, this is exactly what you need to do, and letting you know that as a result, your luck will change. Things will change in your favor. Like, it will actually usher in positive new things for you. Freedom and independence. And if we want to talk about emotions at their peak, I feel like once you do that, that's when you'll experience your emotions at their peak. Like the happiest you've been in a long time. Should we see it's almost afternoon. Or it's almost noon where I'm at, so. All right. Fantastic, guys. I need to do something with that because it's got Anyways, if you want a reading, I do have a website. You can go on there and book one. You do have to have an email address though, because it sends me an email. I vet the readings that I'm going to do. Make sure that you, in the body of it, you put which one you're wanting, what your question is, and that's how I kind of vet, right? And we'll work it out from there and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty. I don't know. I feel like I'm good. I thought about maybe doing some readings, but I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day. It doesn't feel like I'm being drawn to. So I'm gonna hop off of here, and we'll see how this weekend goes. I might come on and do some live readings this weekend. But in the meantime, I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend and actually enjoy yourselves. Get out, spend a little bit of time, do something for yourself, whatever that may be. And if I don't see you this weekend, then I will see you sometime next week.